before entering the docking bay. In order to keep bay traffic flowing smoothly, please follow standard operating procedures and request docking permission before entering the starport. This is a flight regulations reminder. Please do not obstruct the exit corridor during arrival or departure. Thank you, and enjoy your stay. If you're unable to complete docking procedures within your time slot, you'll need to exit the bay and resubmit a docking request. This is a message to all commanders. Please reduce your speed while maneuvering your ship.
Alrighty, hello again. This is Thrice Majestus, and we're back in Elite Dangerous Odyssey. The community goal is officially over, so we need to get back to working on the fleet. So let's get in game and get things rolling. Hello, Baz. Welcome back. Well, the doctor took a look at what was going on with the surgery site, made a couple of adjustments, and told her to continue with painkillers and antibiotics. So she's feeling a little better. And the wound area, the surgical site looks a lot better after he cleaned it up and restitched some things. So didn't take him long, but got the stuff corrected that needed to be corrected. I got to do something about the systems. How are we doing there? That's another 47 week. Hello, CC. Welcome back. All right, I will deal with that tomorrow sometime. Well, let's see. Time left, 0. But it won't let me complete it. Okay. Time left, 0.
Dropping engines to 0.
Well, let's go over to the CG station and see if we can complete there. Galaxy map. Hello, Tacito. Welcome back. So the plan for tonight is why is that not plotting? Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
Okay. Oh. That would help, right? Well, that's interesting. All right, let's. Thanks, Baz. I thought I was on the Violet Pumpernickel. All right, complete. Complete. Stored modules. Hardpoints. Railguns. Their rewards are not here yet. Okay. Demo. Rewards tomorrow? Okay. Okay. Yeah, we'll see. All right. Well, but the CGs themselves are done. So, nothing left over here. So I guess it's time to figure out where we're at on the on our engineering materials and get those topped off. So that means I need to look up on Inara, search nearest. Material traders. LHS 1228. Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
LHS 1228. And we need to go to Cooper City, which is right there. All right, so let's head there first. Ah, okay. Sorry, Tacita. Yeah, I did. Baz asked me that a little earlier. So we went into the doctor's office today. He took a look at what was going on, removed a couple of the stitches and restitched them, and cleaned out the area that had started to go a little off. Took them all of about 5 minutes. And he said, okay, that looks a lot better. Keep on with the antibiotics and painkillers. And if it goes bad again, give me a call. If not, we'll see you at the, because he's already got a follow-up scheduled sometime next month. So, which I probably won't go down to Boston for because she's probably not going to need it at that point, but we'll play it by ear. Sorry, I missed your question. So things are improving. So now we just got to get the other bevy of doctors moving forward on their stuff to fix. But we really like this guy in Boston. He's really on the ball.
Ship released. Watch for oncoming traffic when
Retract landing gear.
Landing gear retracted.
Yeah. I'm. You know, he's like, well, most most of the surgical area was healing nicely. One area, her body had decided it didn't like those particular stitches, so he cleaned that out, stitched her up again, and hopefully things will continue to mend properly.
Drive charging.
Powered engines.
Routing power to engines.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
So once again, thank you everybody who sent our well wishes. We really appreciate that. Here we go, loop-de-loo. Here we go, loop-de-lie. Here we go, loop-de-loo. All on a Thursday night. Executing the loop of shame. All right. Another mini. They are cute. I will give them that. They're also pretty darn good cars. Oh, I forgot to check if EDHM UI had an update today. Ah, crap. Open hailing frequencies.
Requesting docking permission.
Request on approach, Commander. Permission authorized. Please head directly for Bay 18.
Deploy landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
I hope they do soon. I'm kind of annoyed that upgrading it messed with my colors.
Confirmed contact. Commence power down. You are most welcome, Commander.
All right. Nope, turn the other way. I really gotta reorganize some of my notes here. Okay, so let's do exquisite focus crystals and biotech first. All right, 300, 222. Alright, exquisite focus crystals. Alright, those are done. Biotech. right. How did I get one over? How did I do that? Oh, because it's got to go to 250. Right. There we go. Alright, let me see. I probably missed some stuff. Oh, welcome back, Bob and Zoltor. Glad to see you guys. Yep, still engineering. Still have a lot of engineering to do. Alright, well, 300. Proto-Light and Proto-Radiolic are in the same place. Okay. $279. 151. 141. All right, 300 all the way down. Oh, 2 for 3, that ain't gonna work. Whoops. Okay. $250. All right. 179. 200. 198. 200. Conductive polymers. I need more. All right. No, we did not get a squad carrier yet. I didn't check when I logged in to see if we got enough cash yet. Nope, we're still short.
If you're unable to complete docking procedures within your time slot, you'll need to exit the bay and resubmit a docking request.
All right.
This is an important announcement. Security surveillance is in effect at the facility at all times. Acts of aggression met with an appropriate response.
Well, that can't do anything. Heat vanes. Biodeck conductors are not good.
The flight regulation announcement. Please proceed to land.
Oh, military supercapacitors. Oh, I didn't do this. All right. Working at it.
Access to docking facilities requires flight control authorization. Submit a request before entering the docking bay.
188. 12 gets to 200. 106. Gets to 199, which with that gets to 200. Alright, 150. Chemical manipulators. That ain't gonna... That one's kind of stranded. So I got heat vanes, which if I go down here and I get rid of all the protolite radiators, since I'll get those at the same time as the protoradiolic alloys, I can also use proprietary composites for doing this sort of thing. Because I get those with core dynamic composites, leaving me only 5 of those. Oh Lord. Alright, so we'll have to investigate how much it's going to cost and whether or not we want to commit all that money. And then what we want to do with it if we actually do such a thing. Alright, so we got a lot of stuff to go get. And more trading to do. Okay. All right, let's see what else we've got going on here. So I need a little bit of antimony, 1 selenium, and some yttrium. So antimony and yttrium.
We'd like to remind all clients avoid blocking access to docking pads during arrival.
In the autot system, but I don't need all that much, so I may just not do that for now. All right. All right, galaxy map. Yeah, galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
So what we're probably going to end up doing is just watching to see, what other people do and learn the costs from them, and then we'll discuss it. Wow, that's a lot of materials. But then again, we then have to agree whose outposts we're building first.
We thank commanders for their cooperation.
We could also postpone
Disengage from landing pad. Moderate speed on exit.
getting it until after Distant Worlds 3, where we're all going to have a whole lot more exploration data, or at least those of us going on that expedition. And then we should have plenty of money. Retract landing gear.
Landing gear.
Landing gear retract.
Frameshift drive charging.
Clear of the station. This is traffic operations, signing off.
Four, three, two, one. Engage.
So we're definitely not first on the fleet carrier bandwagon, or the squadron carrier bandwagon. Because, well, we're kind of
Frameshift drive operating beyond
a
safety
small
limits.
squadron, and
Frameshift drive supercharged.
other squadrons out there certainly have a whole lot more money than we do, and so already have their squadron carriers. It's going to take us a while to get there. Well, a little while.
Frameshift drive charging.
Still got a few billion to get the base carrier, and then
1. Engage.
however much the modules are going to cost. Hmm.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Well, we'll see what things look like going forward. Obviously, even with a small squadron such as ours, we're pretty close to being able to afford one right now. Or at least to afford a base one. Not enough to put in the services on it that would make it actually useful. So, yeah, we'll have to find out how much it's really going to cost to have a fully configured carrier. And we'll have to decide what that's going to look like. How much do we want to have it configured? How much upkeep do we want to commit to? So there's a bit of discussion, but who knows? We'll see. I mean, right now we don't specifically need it.
Comms link established. Please approach the station at a safe speed and give way to larger vessels, Commander.
But it might be interesting to explore. Yeah, and that's another question. Open hailing frequencies.
Requesting docking permission.
Request approved. Prep for arrival on landing pad 18.
Deploy landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
Landing gear deployed.
Landing complete. Docking restraints engaged. Welcome, Commander.
Hello, Mr. Mad Hatter. Welcome back. All right. No, let's not do that one quite yet. Just take all of these, work them up. I didn't do anything with these? Huh. Alright, well, let's, what am I doing? Alright, 150, 200, 150.
Setting engines to 50.
Alright, these two I don't need to do anything with. Alright. That was not the best thing to have done, but okay. So this one. Okay. Now I know this is backwards. Nope. Okay, that's maxed out. Modified embedded firmware. Data mined wake exception. Well, I guess that's as far as that goes. Alright. Cracked industrial firmware I'm not worried about because that will fill up almost immediately on the other one. Alright. Yeah, it's definitely going to create an administrative nightmare. All right. So, first up, Jameson crash site. Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
Our first trip to the Jameson crash site. Yeah, there are pluses and minuses, and we got to figure out, okay, is that something that we as a group want to get into. Okay, I got time for one Jameson trip. Okay. Retract landing gear.
Ship restraints withdrawn.
Landing
gear retract.
Until clear of the station perimeter.
Frameshift drive charging.
You have cleared the no-fire zone. Flight control signing off.
Four, three, two, one. Engage. System scan complete. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, we'll have to figure it out.
3, 2,
Right now it's a non-issue because we just don't have the funds at the moment to do it.
fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
So things we're going to have to look into, and we probably should somewhere keep track of the list. What's the real cost of the carrier fully configured? What's the upkeep cost of the carrier when fully configured? What are the pros and cons? What can we do? What can't we do?
Cannot comply.
Oops. Did I hit the right button? What's the jump cost? Yep. Okay. That's weird. The other thing we'll have to look at is, what options are there? What options do we want to have as a group? Yeah, and right now we don't do really a whole lot as a group. I mean, we do, we wing up for CGs and certain other things. But we're kind of very loosely held together here. Do we still, there's just questions.
Orbital flight engaged.
Now, right now, we're still a very loosely associated group of individuals. Yep. I get that, Bob. In some ways, I'd love to have one I'd love to have a squadron carrier. I really would, but boy, there's a lot of potential for problems. And I think it would be cool if all of us signed up for DW3. It's not something that's, you know, certainly not required, but it would be cool if the entire squadron signed up for DW3 and went out on DW3 and we're all in the same one of the 4 DW3 carriers. That would all be awesome. Love to do that. You know, the personal fleet carriers are definitely a matter of practicality. The squadron one, you're right. It's not very practical. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. 6. 7. Now, what might be interesting is maybe getting one and doing a squadron mission to visit every DSSA and star carrier in the galaxy. That would be a long, long set of trips. Be cool.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
I don't do that anymore. Because I find that collecting the high grades and using the material traders to trade down and across is better. And the way I'm farming the high grades, I mean, you know, here I'm farming the encoded. I'll be doing, once again, doing the manufactured in a bit. And when I do the raw, I go out to the shard sites. So I don't do the rare materials missions anymore because they're not very efficient. It's far more time to do those missions than to just... Now, if you enjoy doing the missions, by all means, it's just not the most efficient way of doing it. Now, once again, in this game, there's multiple ways of getting to an end goal, whether the end goal is to collect all your engineering materials or make money or whatever. So you need to pick and choose which ones you would prefer to do. Now, if you're going on, you know, base efficiently, well, the way I go about collecting materials is pretty much one of the most efficient ways to do it. Because material trading is not, material collecting is not exactly one of the activities I really like to just go and do. So I get it over quickly by doing, you know, farming it, the various ways of farming them, and give me a second here. I'm 3 short. Dang it. Well, I'll do 3 short, whatever. Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
Yeah, and it's very much up to you what you take as rewards. I mean, there's no bad answer to it. But I don't do missions to gain engineering materials. If I want to gain, what do you do? 50 mil or 5 mil in proto heat radiators. Proto heat radiators are so dead easy to get. They're not really worth the loss of 5 mil, in my opinion, and that's strictly an opinion.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, then just go with the money. If you want to get proto heat radiators, farm the high-grade signal sources for them, and you'll fill up on those within, well, if you get lucky and find one immediately, minutes. If you don't get lucky, it may take you a half an hour to find. To find the high grade you need, but you know, then you're full. So from missions, go for the money, or even better, you know, if you know Fed or Imperial reputation, because those become very important. Or at least they do until you get to the rank for the big ships. But for the easier to get grade 5 materials, the only 2 materials that I would go for from a mission reward standpoint would be the, where are they? biotech conductors or exquisite focus crystals. The other ones, it's far easier to get from farming high-grade sources. To the point of it being ridiculously easy. Which you will see probably in about 2 nights. Because I need to do those next. Hello, Nemesis. Welcome back. Aha!
Zorgon Peterson, Tango, Romeo, India.
I think I have to do that on Darkwing as well. I should look. Open hailing frequencies.
Requesting docking permission.
Trice has them all unlocked.
Cleared for landing on docking bay 08.
Once you end up 40 bill in credits, you mostly don't do missions anymore. Deploy landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
Unless you enjoy them. Some people just enjoy running missions.
Landing gear deployed.
More power to do. More power to them. It's one more thing to do in game. Me, I like exploration. I like cargo carrying. I like
Welcome to our starboard, Commander.
engineering my fleet. Although I don't necessarily like collecting the engineering materials. But I do it because I need to. It's a step along the way. All right. All right, 154. Adaptive encryptors capture. Six to 1 going up. We don't want to do that. That will fill up this time through. Okay. So what's that leave me? Modified embedded firmware and data mine wake exceptions are the only two I need to trade for now. All right. Probably 1, maybe 2 more nights. And I'll be done with the encoded materials. I can move on to the manufactured. Yeah. Well, it pushed me somewhere in the 15, 16 billion range, and I gave a bunch to the squadron. So. Anyway, I know I said it earlier in the stream, but for those who are curious, my wife is doing a lot better. We saw the doctor today, and he cleaned up some of the things that were starting to go wrong, and basically said, okay, continue with the antibiotics, continue with the painkillers. We'll see you at the scheduled appointment next month. Yes, and thank you much. I do appreciate everybody who has contributed to the Squadron Bank, which is several people at this point. We are at, make sure it hasn't changed. We are at 23 bill, not mil, which is 2 billion short of the base carrier. But a fully loaded carrier is going to be quite a bit more than that, and we want to make sure we have enough in the bank to cover upkeep for a while before we even consider whether or not we should be getting one for the squadron. And as it is, we've got 9 commanders in the squadron, and even that could cause some interesting dynamics within the squadron of people maybe wanting to do different things with the squadron carrier. So we've got a lot of discussion to do as to whether or not we want to, and what we would do with it if we did get one. Well, well, maybe we'll at a minimum wait for everything to be available. We'll see. It's not something we have to jump on immediately, and it's definitely something we should spend time talking about. And no bar. But we gotta have a bar. What's a carrier without a bar? Anyway. Anyway. But thank you to everyone who added funds into the squadron. I do appreciate that. And we'll figure out, like I said, we'll figure out what we're going to do with that and whether or not we'll actually get a carrier later. Huh, okay. Oh, I see. So they just haven't enabled the bar or any of the other on-foot services yet. Okay, well, we definitely want to wait then until we've got everything available to us at a minimum. We'll see how things go. At any rate, no, Zoltor, not odd. It's called a phased release. It's something that's very common in software release strategies. That way, you release certain definable portions of it, work the bugs out from in that, then open up more features. Simple explanation, no. They'll basically say, please use the services we've enabled so that we can work the bugs out of those. That will allow us to segregate the bugs that get the in-ship experience fixed and working properly, iron out any wrinkles in it. Then we will enable the on-foot services, and we'll deal with the bugs in those. after that's released. It helps keep the development team focused and working on the sections of code that need addressing. They do have a limited number of developers. Yep, so they are probably found a whole bunch of bugs in the first release, and it's about the quick bug fix for the most serious ones, and then they'll probably let it go a little further, collect a bunch more bugs sometime next week, do another patch for those, let us use it for a little bit further down the road from that, and then in a rollout fix a few more bugs and enable the on foot, which will then cause an immediate patch a few days or a week later to take care of the critical problems that are found on the initial on foot. It's standard release. It really is. hmm So they've got, with this update, it doesn't look it really, but they released a whole lot with this. The whole thing with the new options and the new menus for the squadrons. This whole squadron section here has been completely redone. I like it a lot. Some things are not too intuitive, and some things I'd like to see some improvements on, especially in here in the logo. I'd love to see more ways to build the logo out of these parts. Um, and more ways to overlay them and other things like that. But okay, this is a good shot across the bow. So we'll take it and see what improvements they get from here. This page is kind of nice. And some of this stuff is interesting. Yeah. But yeah, it's a good first release of the new content. They've obviously got some bugs that need to be fixed, so they'll focus on that. And once they knock the amount of bugs down from getting rid of all the criticals and high-level bugs and start working on the nice-to-haves, they'll most likely release the on-foot content, at which point there'll be a whole bunch more critical and high-value bugs that need to be fixed, and they'll fix those, and then who knows what after that. But, I can't see their bug track. Well, I can only see the parts of their bug tracking system that they make public, not what they're doing in behind, what they're actually working on, and I don't know what their development team looks like, so I can't even really comment on how quick they're going to fix things and how soon they'll roll out the next pieces of content. What do I know? I've only been part of software development for 35 years. I know the challenges they're facing. I don't know what their backlogs are, what their team sizes are, but well, they'll get things in order. I understand why they rolled out the ship only first and on foot later, it makes perfect sense to me as someone who's been developing as long as I have. It is a very, very solid strategy for controlling where your effort needs to be spent to make this the best game possible. I applaud them for doing it. It's good. It's a good way to do it. I know it's frustrating as a player to not have all the content you want immediately, but if the game crashed every 5 minutes because they released the full content they have, because say some of the on foot stuff would blow stuff up on a server and take entire servers out. Yeah, it is possible. So I applaud them for a phased rollout. I applaud them for having designed the code in such a way that they could have a phased rollout, and that really allows for doing this the right way. Correct. Exactly, Nemesis. And they released a pretty good sized chunk of content here. The ability to buy the carriers, configure the carriers, the upkeep for the carriers. Zoltor, sometimes you see it, sometimes you don't, but the strategy they're using is a good strategy. It is the right strategy. And for someone who's done this over and over and over and over again, yeah, no kidding. But it only blows up some SSDs, not all of them. Which I'm thankful for, because the SSD in my laptop did not blow up. It's still bad, and it's going to result in lawsuits, yes. And they're going to have to. It's going to end up in a class action lawsuit, because that's unacceptable. Whoops! Oh Lord, that's a bad one. Anyway, okay, guys, it's a work night. I have to get to bed. So at this point, we've made one run over. We've traded all the materials down. Made one run over to the Jameson crash site. We still got probably 3 or 4 more runs to do over there before we're full again. So we'll continue with this tomorrow night, and maybe one more before we move over to manufactured. But yeah, that's all we can do for tonight. So I would like to thank everyone who came along for the ride this evening. It was great having you all along. In the stream chat, we have Baz, Cece, Tacita, Bob, Zoltor, Mr. Mad Hatter. Scrolling down. and Nemesis. I think that's everybody. Thank you guys very much for joining me in the stream chat this evening. It's great having you all along, as always. And I'm sorry if I missed anybody, but I think I got you all. In any case, thank you for joining me this evening. We're going to leave things here, pick it up again tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. That's all for now. This is Trice Majestus, signing out.